All right. Welcome to the first episode of our
Fetched.
fetching podcast. Get fetched. Is that the name of our podcast? Do we have a
Get
name?
fetched. I like that.
Fetched.
I like that.
I've been thinking about it. I think get fetched is pretty good. Yeah.
I actually like that a lot. Get fetched.
Let's get
Yeah.
fetched, dude.
Isn't that our Silas? Isn't that our TikTok? Get fetched.
Dude,
or
getting
something?
fetched on
Oh
Sunday
no,
night.
no! Our
Let's
TikTok
go.
is fetch off.
It's fetch off.
Yeah.
We should get better at our branding, but
Yeah. We should. all right.
Dude,
Let me.
Let's get fetched on a Sunday night.
Let's get some introductions. So, I'm here with Silas.
Hey, I'm Uncle Sai. I'm your friendly neighborhood uncle that touched you a little too much.
Nice. And this is going to be very confusing, but we have two Nicks with us today. So, first Nick.
Call me DJ Daddy.
Nice. And then we got second Nick.
Greetings.
All right. How's your week's been?
Long.
Yeah. I got a parking ticket for parking backwards.
really,
They put the
Yeah.
ticket on the front or the back.
The back? No, they put it on the front.
dude,
Cool if they wrote the ticket in reverse.
was this at your apartment complex or at work?
This was at my apartment.
They don't like you backing in.
No, I don't have I have street parking. I don't have because the apartment ran out of spots for the parking garage. So I park on the street, and I parked on the right side of the road, but I parked facing the opposite direction. So like cars would be coming towards me on the right side of the road. And I guess you're not allowed to do that. I've never seen a sign that says you can't do that. So,
Hey, John.
yeah, what's up?
You can't do that.
I know, I have to pay $5.
Hey, at least it's only $5.
Yeah.
John
was-
sounded like you sound like Mort from Family Guy right there. I'm my back hurts and I gotta go in the teleporter.
I was gonna go... Just complete silence.
What happened?
Everyone died. I was gonna
Sorry,
go
my
pay it...
microchip's resetting.
Hold on, I gotta restart my PC.
Is that like a weird way to say you gotta readjust your nuts, or?
It's
I have to go masturbate.
Sound a very Mormon thing to say.
I've heard the more we masturbate, the more
Okay.
the more we're like, what's the word? You're not like you don't get sick as easily. It
Your
helps
immune system
your immune
builds.
system. Yeah.
John is literally immune to
explain
every
that.
disease. John is literally immune to every disease known to man.
Yeah. Diabetes. That's the one that got me though. So.
John, tell me what's it like to be immortal.
So John doesn't even take insulin. He just winks it. It just produces.
John just takes Buffalo Wild Wings hot wings.
No, I put. I don't know. I just say this is so gross, dude. I do not do this. This is a joke. I put my cum in my insulin tube, and that's what I
Oh
inject into my body.
no!
And that is why I am invincible.
This is not financial advice.
Do you ferment it first?
Is this what they really mean by self-inseminate?
Gosh.
Okay.
Silas, please talk about your car crash explosion.
Whoa,
Okay.
Silas, your car crashed explosion?
Not personally, but I got the McGregor fight, we tried to go to it. So you talking about Buffalo Wild Wings, actually we went to two Buffalo Wild Wings and they were booked full. And then we went to Red Robin, and then they had like the McGregor fighting or whatever, like the preliminaries or like the stuff that happens before the fight, and we're like, oh heck yeah, like we're gonna be able to sit down and get some Red Robin watching and stuff, and then bam, we sit down and then it switches to baseball and we're like, yo, Where's the fight at? And they're like, we don't got that pay-per-view.
Dude, that's why you gotta go to B-dubs, man.
Well, we tried, and unfortunately,
Yeah, B-dubs and and Idaho is like always packed.
Yeah, there's always like a 2 hour wait.
So we went one day after work. It was like a Saturday night, and we were able to catch a couple of good fights. I forget who it was. I'm not very well versed in the UFC sports in the UFC area, but I will say is I thoroughly enjoyed my beat ups that night with UFC fights.
It's an interesting sport to watch because they go off.
They pop off, dude. It's crazy. It's like the highlights in those types of scenarios, or that type of like that guy that he did like he like acted like he was gonna kick him, and the guy was like holding his foot, and then he like used the leverage of him like holding his foot to kick him with his other leg. Like, dude, you'll never see anything cracked like that in any other sport.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But in terms of cars exploding, so
And we won't interrupt you this time. 'Cause
that's fine.
We got off topic last time.
Yeah.
Talking
All right,
about
so
Cheetos.
once upon a time, there's a little uncle, a little Sai, and by the way, my name is actually Silas.
It's not CC.
No, please.
It's not wee wee.
It's not penis in my mouth. I love it so much. 69.
Jeez.
That's just his gamer tag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways,
No one's supposed to know about that account. Okay, so basically, there was a young little Silas, and he thought everything would be fine driving coast to coast. I'm in California. I'm in Simi Valley. I was on the beach, and the next day we packed up our bags and we left. There's a caravan. There's me. There's two other cars. One of the cars decided to break down because, that's kind of cool. So, I'm in the middle of the desert of Arizona, middle of nowhere. I'm talking like just sand. Think of holes level. And basically, my buddy calls me. He's like, yo, my car broke down. And I was like, this is the perfect place. Guys, you're so quiet. It's like uncomfortable. And so basically, I picked him up to go get coolant because his car overheated. And then we poured coolant in it. And then we were supposed to wait on it. And so he let it cool down, and then he poured coolant in it, and then we drove on it, and that wasn't a good idea. And then basically, I'm just chilling, I'm just driving in my own car, and then his car overheats again, and then he's like, oh, frick. And then he gets like a mechanic to go like look at it. They like flush out the radiator, put more coolant in it, and like he's like, yo, I'm gonna make it to our checkpoint. And I was just like, all right, dude, like you should probably just like come chill with me because like I served my mission trip in Arizona. And then basically he didn't make it, and then his car exploded.
define
and
exploded. Like, what do you mean exploded?
Yeah.
it basically overheated to the point to where he damaged stuff in his engine. Stuff
Well,
cracked.
That
And
is not poggers.
is what would you say now? So it was it was totaled. Like everyone knew it was totaled. It was only like a $2,000 car. And so basically me and this family I know in Arizona, we go to pick him up. And then next thing I know, like the people that I'm riding with, because I was just chilling at their house while he was like trying to make it, and like something deep down I knew I just like it wasn't gonna make it. And so the family I was with, she's like driving super fast, and I was like, huh, this is a little faster than normal. But I mean, I guess she's just like trying to pick the dude up because he's like literally in the the middle of nowhere. And so he's actually on an Indian reservation. And little funny story, his car broke down the same road that an FLDS family was shot and killed on. So, pretty fun stuff. So we pick him
kinda
up and then
hot.
we just basically bring him back, and then basically just loaded his stuff in my car, and then we drove all the way out the rest of the way to Florida. Yeah, that's what happened.
Well, that's interesting, Stai. So, moral of the story: don't take a $2,000 car across the country
Yep.
without inspecting it first. I feel like if we just add one snippet of like a good idea at the end of the podcast, just so people don't feel like their brains rotted out in the middle of it, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Now, are you boys at all into like the cryptocurrency stuff?
Yeah, I am.
I
You
want
are?
to be, but I'm not.
Yeah. So
So, Silas, did you hear much about the Save the Kids coin?
no, Dude, there's
What?
so many coins.
Oh, so okay. Save the Kids coin was kind of a little scandal that happened here a bit ago.
Well,
Basically, what's up?
no, keep going. I love it.
Okay. No, for me personally, I think the idea of cryptocurrency, it's really cool. I'm not smart enough quite yet to understand how it's all supposed to work,
Same.
but I love the idea of just different ways of making money. I'm all about getting that bag. But the stuff that really kind of caught my attention recently with crypto was this story about Save the Kids money. Now, uh, please don't get weird with Save the Kids money, all right? But what happened was a lot of influencers and people involved with Phase were
No,
yeah, huge into this,
dude, they
right?
probably wait. So did they start it, or did they just
It
put a lot of money into
is
it?
unclear if they started it or not.
Mm.
At this time, it is unclear. But here's the juicy bit. So basically, the premise of Save the Kids coin was to do as it said, save the kids, try to do a good way to, get back to the community, do a charitable organization. Now, for
Why
me,
don't you just donate to charity?
so from what I
That's too
understand
hard.
is the money people would make from this Bitcoin would go from not Bitcoin, sorry, from this cryptocurrency would go into helping these helping like a charity that was set up. The part that I don't fully understand is how it was supposed to go to the charity, but again, I know someone somewhere out there has that answer of how the original plan was, but I'm not that person.
Okay,
Anyways,
well, the thing is in my personal opinion, all of the coins except for maybe Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme.
I think Ethereum has some merit to it.
No, Ethereum's 100% like clear. I've put a couple
Yeah,
grand into Ethereum and I've
uh,
tripled, quadrupled
yeah,
my money.
Ethereum and Bitcoin are probably the safest, but anything other than that, it's like pretty much a scheme. Basically,
Right.
well, I mean, I don't know about this kid one, but if you're looking at like Dogecoin and like all the other ones, it's basically like they just start a coin, and basically what you do is when people put a lot of money in it, obviously the price goes up, and then basically the people that create the trend, like they'll be like the Twitter pages, right, or the what's it called?
Influencers, basically.
Basically, just like a group on the internet, just like tells people when to put in money and when to take it out. So when people like jump on the trend that aren't in the group, when everyone pulls out, then all of a sudden the value of it drops a lot. But then the people that pulled out would make a lot of money. But the thing is the people that start those coin services, basically they do that to everyone. So even the people that like have like those small groups to like when they pull out, like basically they're the original ones that are gonna do that, and they're gonna have, it's basically it's a scam to like get people hyped up on like an investment train and thinking that they're gonna make a bunch of money, and then they pull all the money out, and all of a sudden the value just tanks.
It's
So
like
that's
Wall Street bets.
I
One of
mean,
the
the
bigger
thing is,
ones.
you can make a lot of money on it. It's just basically how much money did you put in and how much money did you take out at certain points. I mean, obviously that's all of investing, but like you gotta like pull out at the right time, or you're gonna get screwed over by like those large groups or the people that created the coin in the first place. And so basically, what you want to do is, well, you're basically gambling.
No, yeah, that's what it is. Crypto's
It,
basically just gambling.
it's
Anyone can make a
basically,
cryptocurrency.
yeah, it is legit. It's straight up just gambling.
So,
But if FaZe was in it, honestly, like FaZe Clan just gives me sketchy vibes all over. Like they're just a bunch of like drunk frat kids, and so it wouldn't surprise me if they were behind it all and just straight up made this coin just a freaking straight up Ponzi scheme or whatever.
we're getting
I'm
there.
looking at Twitter right now. FaZe Clan tweeted out that they had no involvement in it, and they removed members of FaZe Clan from FaZe.
So,
They suspended Jarvis and some other people, and they fully removed K.
Is this
so
recent?
basically,
Yeah,
so
this is
with
recent.
this Save the Kids coin, Silas, what you described basically had happened. The main members around FaZe Clan were promoting to their, just their general subscribers, to the people that follow them, of Save the Kids coin. And we should all buy into this as a charitable donation. And it wasn't just FaZe, but it was also, your average social media influencers like Summer Rae, name it. And so basically what was going on with this is this was happening, and they would tell everybody, hey, make sure to invest in this, and then they would all pull out. Apparently, it would appear they all pull out about the same time, make a quick buck, and you screw over all of your fans
Investors.
who, yeah, investors or fans who
Yeah,
put
the
their
fans
money
that
into this cryptocurrency. Now, the worst part is that was all under the premise of charity. Now,
yeah, that's even worse.
the part that always interests me in these kinds of cases is the how did they get caught part. Because, we're talking FaZe, that's a pretty big name. Regardless, like you said, FaZe is kind of sketchy in general. They still get, tons of sponsors, tons of all this. So, you hear FaZe, you think there's money behind it. Apparently, there's this one YouTube channel, this guy behind a YouTube channel named CoffeeZilla, who was able to find their tweets between their followers. And if I remember it right, he explained it kind of shadily, but basically, when someone wanted to donate to the Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, I'm sorry, the cryptocurrency, they would, one of the members of FaZe or whoever would like send them an address to put the money towards, like, oh, here's where you go to donate to this. And he was able to use those receipts from messages to pinpoint how much was in their digital wallets from like in this cryptocurrency, how much of each fan would go to this person's digital wallet, and then how much would they make when they pull out all their money from the cryptocurrency. And the interesting part to me is they weren't making that much from pulling out. They made about, I mean, the number I'm going to name it's not like it's a small number, but in like regards to cryptocurrency, and if you're really, really willing to put your name and reputation on the line, but they made only about like 50 grand by pulling out.
That's a crappy. I mean, that's a good return on if otherwise do that, but like you said, it's not worth it for that much. Usually, when people do like a Ponzi scheme like that, it's like they're doing like millions of dollars, right? It's like
Exactly.
it's a huge thing, and like there's a lot of there's people getting arrested, people are going to jail. It's like a huge thing. So
Right.
I
And
mean, that's not that big of a deal, but that's still
well, the
like
interesting thing is it's
really
still
crappy of
illegal.
them. Yeah, no, it's still illegal. Like they should all go to
Like the
jail.
John McPhee guy, he went to jail. He was in jail in Spain. The SEC was after him because of similar counts related to this.
Yeah.
But the part that people were able to tie really phase into it, so the phase K dude that got completely kicked out, he pleaded ignorance in it. Like, oh no, I had no idea. I didn't know that it was a scheme or this other stuff. And if even if you plead it, you still have to, if you're a phase, you need to be able to prove that he was ignorant. And so
Well,
people
the
would,
thing is when did he pull out his money? Did he pull out at the same time everyone else did? Because if he
yeah,
did, then that's undeniable, like pretty much proof that you knew. Like you
yeah,
can't deny that at that point. Like
yeah, he pretty much pulled out at the same time everyone else did. And
yeah,
he started naming this software developer as like the fall guy for the creation of this cryptocurrency. And everyone in phase was naming this fall guy. And I don't remember the name, but for the sake of conversation, I'm just going to use the name like Lucas, just again, just for the sake of conversation. But yeah, so it sounds like Lucas was this software developer, in parentheses, and he, before working on it, was hired by two other individuals with the name of like James and Liam. Again, I don't know the specific names; those are just like fake names because I can't give accurate details. And he wanted like, proof from James and Liam that they were real people, that this was a real idea to create this cryptocurrency. And so, in order to prove it, he needed to see a picture of a legal document. And so he got sent a picture of a legal document, but Phase K was holding the legal document with the two creators' names on it. And it was like just like in his message history. And so people were like, okay, how can you be ignorant? You literally knew the creators of this coin. And originally, when developing it, in the code, I think in most cryptocurrencies that get started up, there's a code behind it where you can't deposit, where you can't pull out more than 1% of what you currently own in that cryptocurrency within 24 hours. And so that was the original code they had placed with his cryptocurrency. And right before launch, after getting everyone hyped in about putting money into it, he was told by these two people to change the code from 24 hours to 1 minute after the launch of the coin. You could, or after having equity in it, you could pull out everything you had. And that is where they identified that, yeah, it's a total scheme. It's not just people being smart about an economy, it's about people creating a cryptocurrency to screw over other people and then other people pulling out. And so that's why, these phase members all got suspended and one got banned. But the crazy part is none of the influencers have faced any sort of backlash like that because they didn't deal so publicly about what was they were planning on doing with this cryptocurrency. So people were unable to find any sort of evidence in like tweets or DMs of how much were they involved, how much did they know of this thing. So it happened like I think it went live and ended like a month ago, but it was just kind of a recent story on cryptocurrencies that I just thought was interesting.
That is crazy, dude. They should all go to prison. Like, how could you like basically tell all your fans to invest in something just to literally scam them?
Yeah,
That's terrible.
I think the minimal thing you need to do in that moment is just deplatform the people who are given a platform to do that.
Yeah.
They screwed over so many like kids probably too. All their followers and everything. That sucks for all the people who were like beloved fans of the phase people who did this.
Yeah. Just cryptocurrency in general is very interesting to me, and especially these like crypto scams that people can just pull off of these just like, lesser known or, just something just to get people hyped up. And along the sidelines of cryptocurrency comes with gambling, because online gambling, the only thing that prevents you from getting in there is like a money barrier and an age barrier. But if you're a smart 16-year-old, which the current generation of us have, um, then you most likely are dealing in some form of cryptocurrency, be it Ethereum or Bitcoin, and parents don't have the knowledge to be able to like prevent them from doing stuff like that. So you could have like 16-year-olds who own stock in some of the and like let's say Ethereum and Bitcoin, and then they could lie about their age online, enter in like an online poker tournament, and then use their money in gambling and start betting it to try and make more money. Like imagine, let's say you have Jim Bob who has his son Timothy. Jim Bob walks into Timothy's room, so he's like, "What you doing?" He was playing video games, and Tim's over there just like, "Dad, I'm down 100 grand in Bitcoin right now. Like I'm really working on it." He's just like straight up gambling everything he has because he watches people online do the same thing, and the only thing that prevents him from doing it is just formalities, essentially.
That's crazy. Should I invest?
Dude, invest right now, John. Put it all in like Dogecoin.
No,
Or
please.
put it in like shitcoin. Let's send shitcoin to them.
Most definitely not. John, if I were you, I would invest in Ethereum.
And
I should.
Bitcoin.
Not
you're gonna-
Bitcoin. I mean,
You can.
yeah, Bitcoin. You could buy partials, but I mean, if I were him, getting into it, go look at some auto traders. Go look at some day trading websites. Most of them will tell you to get into Ethereum, and I can even link you up with my brother. My brother is big in like the auto trader. He works for iGenius. Like, iGenius is a great website.
For everybody who's tuning into the podcast, just quick heads up, this is not financial advice. This is just, us just kind of
What?
We literally.
This isn't gonna help me buy a house, car, a wife. Oh, sorry.
Invest in crypto now.
We
But
have
again-
no idea what we're doing.
Yeah,
we have no idea what we're talking about with investing or anything. Yeah.
From someone who actually has no knowledge of Bitcoin and investing, I have no idea what they're talking about. So, but I'm very interested in investing though, because it seems like if you can pull it off, you can make some bank.
Well, here's the thing: is you can what I would recommend doing, and this is just my opinion. What some people say is diversify your portfolio. So basically, you put a small amount of money in a bunch of different stocks, and you want to research those stocks, obviously. or what you can do is you can put a bunch of money into like 3 or 5 stocks. Like, it's less diverse portfolio. But the thing is your margins are a lot bigger, right? So if the stock goes up, you're gonna make a lot more off of that, but you can also lose a lot more on that. So that's why you have to, research the companies and, look at where the market's going and like what you think you gotta like, predict where things are going.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, what stuff that people are going to need in the future? What's the next big thing? And then you look at reputable companies that are doing very well, but their stock isn't very big yet. And then you dump like I don't know maybe like 5 grand into it if you really think it's something good, and then you know it could either tank, which you can set it on your investing thing to pull out at a certain point so you're not you don't totally lose all your money, but if it hits a certain threshold, then you can also sell it, but just let it sit and wait, and you can just kind of see where it's going. And then some people, when you get a return, if you put $5,000 and you get you can triple that money, but you can also lose it. So you just got to research the company, and then be willing to take that risk.
Yeah.
But what you can do is you can do an index fund, and basically you put money in, and it puts money into just like pretty much every stock in the market. And so no matter what, you're pretty much going to be able to bring money out of it. And I might be explaining that really wrong, but you can basically do that. And then also you can just like put money in mutual fund, or like a company that's going to be growing over time, like with Microsoft or something like that. Like, for sure it's going to, grow over time. And they're not going to grow drastically, but it's more of something that investing is a lot safer if you do it for the long term rather than try to make $1 million on Dogecoin in a couple months. You know what I mean?
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin.
That's why I'm a bit scared to like dip my toes in this. I mean, it seems
it's
very
better to
interesting, but it's such a big gamble that I haven't like messed with it yet. But it seems like it would be.
You can invest safely, and you can also invest unsafely. Just look up YouTube videos at how to do it safely, and then just look at companies, research the crap out of them, freaking pray about it. I don't know, sacrifice something to the gods, and then if you want to do something a little bit riskier.
But isn't gambling a sin?
Don't use Robinhood.
I love the silence after that. Just like, this is internalizing the question.
We gotta contemplate it.
Yeah. I'll make it sound better in post anyway.
Yeah. But it's one of those things where it's like, I definitely want it's always that topic I want to learn more about, but I never have enough money to like do.
You don't need a lot of money to invest.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's just
right.
Like
it's more helpful to have more money, but you don't need a lot of money to do it.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm not ready to throw like 100, 200 at a stock or two and just
same.
see what happens.
If I knew all the coins and investing stuff, maybe I would dump 100, 200, but because I don't know anything at all, I'm still afraid to like even like look into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever you do, don't use like mobile app traders, or like a bigger one is like Robinhood. It's like, it's good, but there was like a whole scandal thing with like GME, like GameStop. It's like people were putting hella money into it, and then they just up and right banned people from taking money out of it to try and keep the market value down, because people like me and you were screwing over big time investors. So everyone was getting really pissed off about it. So I mean, if a company like Robinhood could just up and right entirely block you from taking the money that you put in out, then that's just like borderline illegal. So I mean, there's a couple good websites to like get to it, but yeah, like Silas said, you should just go watch some videos on YouTube, go talk to some day traders.
I'll invest today.
Okay, let's talk about memes.
Memes?
What's your least favorite meme right now, and what's your favorite meme right now?
What if they're the
The
same?
the TikTok trend where people take cartoon characters, convert them into different ethnicities, and then use racial slurs to describe them.
What?
That one is. Have you seen the one where they're like calling Naruto characters like the N word plus their name and like combining the two words?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That is the most annoying thing ever. It's all over my feed right now, and it's the worst thing. I was talking about it earlier today. It's super annoying to me.
I don't go on TikTok, but
Yeah.
I know specifically what Naruto would be called.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not difficult. It's just. Oh, man.
For me, my favorite meme right now is the Saddam Hussein memes. You guys know which one I'm talking
I've seen those where he's like buried underground and he's like
I
all red.
Cannot get enough. I cannot get enough of the Saddam Hussein memes. Like it'll be like a diagram of Patrick's house underneath his rock. It'll like go into each individual part of Patrick's room, and then in the small corner there's a tunnel to like this diagram of like an air tube, and then Saddam Hussein
Yeah.
lying on the ground.
Yeah.
And it's just the funniest thing. You just never expect Saddam Hussein. He's almost as good as the Spanish Inquisition.
I honestly, I kind of agree. Those memes absolutely kill me. I love them. It's
cannot
just
get
like
enough of
it'd be
Saddam
like
Hussein.
it'd be like a diagram of a gun, and like all of a sudden he's just he's just in there. He's like in the barrel of the gun or something. It's just out of nowhere. I freaking love those memes,
I
dude.
love the Saddam Hussein memes.
Because you just don't expect it, and then all of a sudden you just see him, just the red little guy, just like.
Dude, those memes and like the canyon clapper, the the muffler molester. What you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, like the TikToks where they like basically have objects that look like.
Oh no, it's the canyon clapper. Someone call the president. My favorite. I cannot get enough of those memes.
I want your guys' opinion about the family meme.
I
Vin
love
Diesel?
those.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
the
Vin
Vin Diesel
Diesel.
memes are great.
They're a gem.
I was
They're a
just about
gem.
to say that. I love that meme.
You love that meme?
Yeah.
It seems it seems like there's a lot of people on one side and a lot of people on the other. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people like it.
I think it's a meme to hate it.
I think it was funny at first, but it kind of got old a little bit faster than other memes. That's just me.
I don't like the ones where people are acting it out, but the ones I saw one, he was like racing Lightning McQueen. He was like, "Lightning's faster, but lightning's
Yeah,
fast,
I've
but
seen
family's
that one.
faster."
That
And he
one's so-
shoots Lightning McQueen's tires, and he crashes.
Yeah,
that one's,
that one's awesome. I've seen that one.
Yeah,
Oh, man,
ones
I
like
love
those
those
are funny.
memes.
Ones
Yeah.
like those are funny.
If it's like the panel ones, I like those.
Yeah, the panel memes are good.
Yeah.
Okay. This is something that has been absolutely killing me on the inside to my outside. It makes me want to rip off my fingernails. It makes me want to strangle.
So you
chill. No, I hate it with a
Whoa.
burning passion. It's the flippin' text to speak TikTok thing.
Oh, I hate
hate
that
I
voice.
hate that.
The
I
lady
hate
voice thing.
that.
Cannot
voice.
stand the text to speak on TikTok. And it's literally on every other TikTok. I don't really go on TikTok, but on when it throws up on iFunny or Instagram or someone else in the room is listening to a TikTok,
Yeah.
it's just like it's there. It's like watch my girlfriend eat my
Ding dong, schnitzels.
my bigelow, and I surprise her with my 44 Magnum that I'm gonna shoot in her face. And it's just like
Or it's like
what's
he
the-
never saw it coming.
What's the bigelow there? Sai, what's the bigelow supposed to be?
it's a didgeridoo, but maximum power.
Maximum power didgeridoo.
Oh
Dark
my
Sidious.
gosh.
Okay.
But I mean, I wouldn't really consider that a meme. That's more just like TikTok stuff. And I'm
It's-
not on
yeah, it's
TikTok
just-
at all. I
I'm
used
not
to
on
be.
TikTok either.
What's your
But-
guys' favorite dead meme?
My favorite dead meme.
Yeah.
And
That's-
the Water Malone by far. Anything with Marlon Webb, dude. Like old school vines.
I missed the oh shoot, what up, that boy, the frog on the unicycle.
yeah.
That boy frog. Yeah, that was a good one.
I love that meme. I love the caveman SpongeBob.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Surprise Pikachu.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of see that still.
The caveman SpongeBob it had just something that made it perfect.
It was so good. It's like when your mom told you to like clean the kitchen or take out the trash or clean your room before she gets home, and then you hear her car coming. Oh, but yeah,
What
I've
about
actually I had an idea, John, that in college, basically I get a unicycle
and we
and
get
I
naked?
wear and then I wear a green is it leotard?
Morph suit?
Morph suit. I wear a
Yeah.
green morph suit and I just ride around campus just saying, "Oh shoot, what up, dat boy," and then just terrorize people on my unicycle. Which I would learn how to ride a unicycle first. Which I wanted to have like a different segment of that video like that, where it's like some chick trying to like teach me how to do the unicycle, and like I think she's like flirting with me, and then I'm like, nah. But then I like accidentally fall in love with her, but she's like not into me at all,
And
it's
then
like really awkward
you
but
actually
funny.
like get married and like the joke doesn't go on anymore. Like you actually get married, you have kids.
It's just
Yeah.
not funny.
Yeah, it's just not funny
And then-
anymore.
And then all of a sudden, like someone kicks down the door, and I'm like, oh shoot, what up, my boy? And then
You just
my
get
whole family
shot.
gets murdered in
Yeah.
front
Yeah.
of me.
Ooh,
And
that's a knee slapper.
Turn me on.
It's more,
So basically, Frank Castle.
yeah.
Oh shoot, what up? It's Frank Castle.
What did you guys think of the Putin one where he's like really short and he like walks out of the door?
Classic.
Wide Putin.
Yeah.
Dude, what the wide Putin, dude? Roblox Putin?
I'm partial to the wide Keanu Reeves.
That was a good one.
That was a good one too.
I really like the cyberpunk memes where like someone
oh,
was
those were
like
good.
Oh, those are
Like-
fantastic.
when someone like had like their something like it looked like it was like technological like
Like the
mod or whatever.
the girl who put like a corn cob on like a drill.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it just goes boom.
Yeah, and then it does like the theme song.
Dude, Cyberpunk was so overhyped.
It was.
I
was
think
so
it was overhyped and it was underdeveloped.
It
I think I'll
very
still
much.
play it every so often. I think it's fun, but
I bought it day
I-
one, and then I didn't have any problems with it. To be honest, it's just
Yeah.
I
just had
It
bad
crashed
frames.
Steam.
I thought it was just PlayStation that had the glitches and stuff. I don't know why.
No,
It
it
was
was-
it
it
was
was
old gen
everything.
consoles.
yeah, it was all last gen, like Xbox One, PS4, and
I
what
mean,
made it so
was
terrible is
everything,
because
yeah.
there were no next gen on the market.
I mean,
Oh.
they were out there. It was just so difficult to get one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scalpers would get them instantly.
Imagine
I
getting
think
scalped for
Fetch
a video
you,
game.
scalpers, buttholes.
Honestly, I kind of miss the days of like people actually like legit buying a fetching tent and like sleeping outside of Walmart to get a Halo 2 copy. Like, can we go back to that
all you have
time?
to do is walk around them and just cough at them.
Camp outs.
We should go camping.
Dude, camping video would be sweet.
Yo, we should all go somewhere. Like Nick,
Before
Nick-
I ship off,
Like your mom's house?
Like hell.
I could go to hell.
Well,
but you want to get your planet.
We just got to do the Montero music video.
Well, you're supposed to get married before you're 25 when you're Mormon, and so far I just turned 23, so I'm kind of fetched.
wait, is this a
Dude,
rule I don't know
Silas,
about?
when was your birthday? I didn't know that.
It was in May.
Oh, I did know that. I remember I talked to you.
Yeah, you did talk to me.
Did you
Okay,
guys
good.
make out?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, we should go camping in like
If
Santa Cruz or something.
If we can plan a day where we like all the people we know in the Discord, we can all like meet up somewhere, just like camp out for a week.
I would
That-
be down. We should go to like Yosemite or something, or
And
like
we
somewhere closer, like in the middle of all of us, because we're all
Okay.
pretty spaced out.
I want to do two things. I want to have a massive LAN party where we play like Halo 1 or something, and then go camping. That would be god tier.
That would be
We have to
sick.
do this before I ship off, though, because once I ship off, like I'm gonna be gone.
Like, dude, Nick is literally gonna be balls deep in a submarine with his drill sergeant.
Well,
He's gonna have
hopefully
sex.
not a submarine. Submarines are optional. Like, I can request to be on a submarine, but I don't know. I'm not really good with confined spaces, like a couple miles under the ocean. So,
I mean, and you're also not used to putting on makeup and stuff.
Yeah, like
yeah.
it's just gonna be you and your drill sergeant. Who else
It's
is
gonna
he
be
gonna
me and
drill?
my drill sergeant.
That's why they call them drill sergeants, right?
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna have a threesome with some like mermaids,
Octopussies.
octopussies. Yeah.
Just
Maybe
play the
some
Subnautica
dolphins.
soundtrack.
Guys, we already know what's gonna happen. Flippin' Nick's gonna get freaking stationed in Korea. He's gonna get married to some little Asian girl. She's gonna murder him.
Fire.
She's gonna murder
IRL
Nick.
cat girls. Cat girls IRL.
Yeah, he's gonna try to get. He's gonna try to make her do some like weird kinky stuff to fulfill his anime fantasies, and then she's gonna freak out and accidentally kill him.
And then turn him into a body pillow.
3,000 gallon pot of rice.
I don't like your tone.
I don't like your.
I think he's trying to change our story. Like, I don't think that's how it works here.
Yeah, Nick, I'm the seer here, so you sit in your chair and you listen, boy.
You're really gonna tell me how my future's gonna play out?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're gonna die
I mean-
to your Asian wife, and then she's gonna turn you into a body pillow.
You know how many times you tell me about that I'm gonna get a planet every single day? I at least get like 30 minutes to say what the frick's
Yeah.
going on with your life, dude.
This is where Silas comes
I
back.
didn't know you were the timekeepers. God.
Loki's actually kind of fire though.
Loki's pretty fire, not gonna lie.
It is a good show.
Last
Are
episode
you,
was in
did you guys
2 days,
like
3 days.
Did you guys know that Loki had sex with the horse?
in Norse mythology? Yeah. He didn't do it intentionally. He turned himself into a horse to stop a giant from building a wall around Asgard. So the way the story plays out, he turned himself into a horse to like get the horse away from the giant who was building a wall around Asgard, because they made a bet. If the giant could make a wall within a certain amount of time, then the giant could marry a princess of Asgard, or someone in Asgard. So Loki turned himself into a horse, distracted the horse of the giant. The giant didn't complete the wall, but Loki got his cheeks clapped by a horse in the process. So he
That's
didn't.
hot.
Oh,
He
so,
didn't do it intentionally.
So he didn't have
but-
sex with the horse. The horse had sex with him.
No, the horse fucked Loki. That's what
Okay.
I'm trying to say. He didn't do it. It wasn't consensual, but it happens.
Or Loki's butthole, dude. Horse penises are huge.
Loki got piped like Mario.
Oh, that reminds me. The newest episode of Rick and Morty, the little trailer. Have you guys seen the
How long
trailer
is-
for the new episode?
No.
I
Man.
haven't seen any of the new episodes from the.
How do I see the other episodes? Like I saw the first one on YouTube.
Yeah, they put
There's
the first one on
some.
YouTube.
There's some websites. 123 Movies has them.
Of course it
We
does.
do not.
Condone pirating.
Yeah.
Arg.
Are see.
Let's go-
Hey
All right, guys. Well,
my
I
Pirate
think-
Bay is downloading.
I think we're gonna go play some Sea of Thieves. We'll catch you guys later.
Holy matey.
Why is our boat on fire? I think
Guys, someone's attacking our boat.
Guys, someone's attacking our
sinking.
boat.
I'm sinking. I'm sinking.
Nick has died.
Nick has left the chat.
All right,
Senior has left the chat.
Nick.
Well, I think that
thanks
does
for
it.
yeah, thanks for joining us on our first ever podcast.
Of course, of course.
Well, the other Nick is gone, so Silas, you wanna close this one with a prayer?
Oh my gosh.